Hi everyone, I'm Tina, the creative guru with Gems, Paper, Scissors, and today I am trying out my white pigment ink pad. When I received my order, I realized that it is empty. It has a nice little carrier pad, but it has no ink, and they pre-warn you of this. So first things first is I go through and peel the label and add it to my end. They have it in all these different languages because Stampin' Up! Is in 11 countries. And typically I would lift the bottom one, which has no writing, and put it into the track. But to me, because it has no color on it, it kind of symbolizes that it's black. So I'm not going to do that today. But that's what this little track right here is for. So, as you saw, the ink pad swivels and locks into that chamber, just like so. And with the color into there, you can actually have all of your pads out and not mix them up as to what you're working with. I have the white pigment ink re-inker. Now, I've heard that this is really thick and takes a while to absorb, and it is. It's sitting right there on top of that pad. So I'm going to get a whole bunch on there, and to help it absorb, most people suggest using a plastic spoon. But as you may know, I don't use one-use tools. So instead of using a spoon, I am going to use one of my handy-dandy palette knives that I use for texture paste and such. And I'm just going to mix that in and pushing it in. And it seems to be absorbing pretty well that way. It's like it creates this little suction. I can see how this would take a little bit of effort to get it wet and juicy enough and distributed so that it's a nice inking. I'm just applying, you can see, but just by watching how much this palette knife sinks in, that I'm really applying some true pressure to this. And it seems to be picking up pretty well. I think it could use some more. Just looking at it, it still kind of looks more of the tone that the pad came versus the ink itself. And as you know, I like my ink to be a bit juicy. Not wet, but juicy. I'm kind of wondering if it'll take an entire little re-inker bottle. Oops. Leave it to me to drop it on top, right? So, oh yeah, that feels like it's a little fuller, and I'm having to work a little harder to get it in to the pad. And that's exactly what I want. Just smush it on in. And there we go. And that is all it takes. As you can tell, it does pick up the ink quite nicely. So now I'm going to go wash my hands, and I will be back next week with the next tool talk. Have a great day. Bye for now.